One of my favorite things about music and pop culture is that the aesthetic and styles of yesteryear always seem to come back around. And if you've been paying attention lately, all things early 2000s and late 90s are really making a comeback. Baguette bags, baby tees, mini skirts, velour tracksuits, and all things bedazzled are back and better when it comes to fashion. And if we're talking about music, nostalgically futuristic songs and bubbly, breezy anthems have been all the rage in pop music. And when it comes to rap and R&B, artists have been giving us all of the early 2000s vibes, sampling songs we only know from our parents playing them on Sunday mornings or hearing them on the radio. With Y2K trends making their way back, Ice Spice has entered the chat. And with her debut album dropping soon, affectionately titled After This Era, I can't help but to think that either there's a little bit of confusion going on, or Ice Spice is trying to force Y2K so much that it's getting lost in translation. Let's talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, Wazan with it, I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. When Ice Spice started announcing that her debut album Y2K was finished and coming soon, I originally envisioned a rollout that would be going all out, okay? Diving deeply into the world of Y2K with a little bit of a modern spin. Think futuristic music videos with neon lighting, metallic and monochromatic, throwback video game and internet themes, and overall something eye-catching and a little bit different from what we see female rap artists doing these days. The thing about the Y2K era in music was that everyone was so different. It's almost like no artist wanted to be doing the same thing as everyone else. But by the time Ice Spice dropped the cover, the internet went bananas for various reasons. On one hand, Ice managed to get the iconic photographer and music video director David LaChapelle to shoot her cover, whose art has been influential over the years, especially during the Y2K era. But on the flip side, people kept complaining that nothing about her album artwork, the rollout, or the singles were giving Y2K. Making many believe that Ice Spice was too young to understand what the era itself entailed, and instead of paying homage to Y2K and fully embodying the themes in her rollout, she instead was trying to capitalize on the trendiness and nostalgia of the era. But Ice Spice isn't the only one to blame when it comes to poorly playing on the Y2K era. With social media and advertising going hand in hand these days, the obsession and confusion with the era can be linked back to viral TikTok videos, Pinterest boards, and corporations trying to monetize the newest, trendiest thing, which in reality is something that peaked over a decade ago. We're currently in a time period where everyone is trying to sell us a feeling. The good old days, much simpler times, music and fashion that once made you feel like the coolest kid on the block. It's trendy, it's fashion forward, it's Y2K. Not really. When I envision Y2K music and fashion, the era I see includes music videos like What's It Gonna Be by Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes, directed by Hype Williams, molten lava magic, edgy fashion looks, and Janet is out here a whole dominatrix, which for me is the cherry on top that takes you back to a time where even if a music video was for an intimate anthem, artists made it feel playful and fun, not sexual and all in your face. If anyone is the queen of Y2K, it is Janet. And we can look at videos like Doesn't Really Matter from the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack, which gives you all of the abstract, futuristic Y2K feels, mixed with Japanese culture like the able electronic dogs. I always wanted one of those. Jan is dancing on a tilted table platform, complete with clothing and nails that automatically morph into new styles. It's no wonder this was one of the most expensive music videos of all time. Along with the Scream music video with her brother Michael, where both MJ and Janet are floating in a spacecraft, defying gravity, sound, and fashion with Japanese sci-fi anime themes, and a totally futuristic and fun video. Certainly one of my favorites. This fully embodies Y2K. Not to mention songs and videos like No Scrubs by TLC, Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears, Try Again by Aaliyah, and Independent Woman Part 1 by Destiny's Child. Whether you're into retro futurism or shiny monochromatic looks, you can't deny that these are all influential Y2K moments. So many different examples that artists like Ice, who want to sell us this new illusion of Y2K, could have pulled from for inspiration. We really might be losing recipes. So when I look at her latest attempt at trying to play on this aesthetic, looking at her recent music video, Did It First, featuring Central C, for example, all I can see is an attempt that misses the mark. The digitized, glitchy chorus is giving me a little bit of a Y2K feel, similar to what we see on TLC's Fan Mail album. And one thing that I do admire is Ice Spice's ability to mesh her signature New York drill sound with production by Riot, of course, with songwriting and production by Lily Kaplan and Nico Baran of Internet Money. The music video is cool, and the faint hints of Y2K, with the whole old school computer system pop-ups, chat room vibes, and low resolution, is a cute nod to the Y2K era. She's sporting a velour tracksuit and a bob with bangs that takes me back to high school quick weaves. And her room is plastered in posters in a throwback kind of way. But is it Y2K? IDK. The Snapchat signature heart crown that Ice Spice sports during the video immediately pushes me from early 2000s to somewhere around 2016. And suddenly I am brought back to reality. She's trying hard to make her Y2K era still fetch, but this just ain't it. Now, do I enjoy the song? Absolutely. And if the remainder of the Y2K album is going to give me these sorts of vibes from Ice Spice, which take me back to her Like EP, then I'm all in. It seems like up until now, she's been kind of throwing stuff at her fan base to see what sticks. And while a few are enjoying this journey, others feel like the music is getting increasingly more sexual, while other fans feel like this era is giving very much Nicki Minaj, which isn't far-fetched. I mean, they've worked together, and not only that, but many up-and-coming women rappers have Nicki as an influence. I just feel like now that you've named the album Y2K, and you've dabbled in the aesthetics a little bit with this rollout, it is time to go big or go home. Because we only have a few more weeks to see what you're working with, Isis. But nonetheless, I am ready to tune in. But tell me, is Ice Spice giving you Y2K so far with these singles, videos, and looks? And when it comes to the Y2K era overall, what is one of your favorite videos? I really love No Scrubs by TLC, and pretty much all things Missy Elliott. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.